I put on something a little more appropriate for our vlog. Got dressed up for you guys. I'm rocking the three-toed sloth suit. Oh yeah. What do you think? Mommy's a sloth!
So, y'all are probably wondering why Kate's wearing this.
Right. You're probably wondering why Lindsay's wearing
Yes, because they won, baby.
It's preseason 1.
Not the point. Raiders all
Wait.
day.
Wait, no. They actually didn't win.
They did win.
They lost to the Packers.
No, they won.
No, they lost.
Last quarter. They won.
Oh, so we just break games into quarters now? So, like, oh, they won the fourth quarter, but they lost all the 3 before that?
No, they won the whole game. Their comeback was in the last quarter.
I don't.
You are so dumb.
I need to free my hands. Hold on. Who won the Raiders game?
The Raiders narrowly defeated the Packers by a score of 13-6 yesterday.
I told you. Who feels dumb now?
Probably still you.
Whatever. All day, looking fresh.
Whatever. What were you talking about?
Why are you wearing this?
Roll the tape. So Lindsay told me to change my clothes because I had my periodic table shirt on. It's my favorite shirt. And she told me to go change my shirt because she was worried that people would think I only have one shirt. And the truth is I have a ton of shirts, but that one's my favorite. And so I like to wear it. I especially like to wear it on the weekend because it's like Science Saturday and Science Sunday. There's never a bad time or an inappropriate time to wear a shirt with science references on it, much less a periodic table. So I put on something a little more appropriate for our vlog. Got dressed up for you guys. I'm rocking the three-toed sloth suit. Oh yeah. Hope she likes it. It's better.
Oh my god. You make me choke on popcorn. You're so dumb.
Is this more appropriate?
You are so dumb.
Now people won't worry that I only have one t-shirt to wear. It's the sloth! What do you think? Mommy's a sloth! What do you think? Mommy's a sloth!
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Let's Be Honest, the Moms Next Door.
Hi. Welcome.
Oh my god.
It's time for another episode of hashtag Let's Be Honest. Today we're going to talk about the awkward, mildly offensive, but always funny questions that we get from straight people. Friends, family, acquaintances, complete strangers. We're going to cover them.
Well, let's go.
Yeah.
All right.
Number 1, awkward question in 3, 2, 1, boop. Who's the real mom?
So a lady asked us that in Verizon.
John's like 5 or 6 weeks old.
Oh,
Yeah, so backstory. Nothing to do with this episode. I'm totally digressing, but we're
We're really going to talk about this right now?
trying to get pregnant, and I was like, you're spending all this money on your phone, I'm spending all this money on my phone, let's get a family plan. And she's like, ooh, it's like
I was
like a
grandfathered
2-year
in.
contract.
I was grandfathered in.
No,
I had a great
no.
deal.
If you're
Unlimited.
fast forward,
That was before the unlimited.
John's
Everything.
born, we're happily married, and she calls and she's like, we need to have a serious talk. I need you to sit down. I'm like, geez, she's in New York City. I'm in Georgia. And she's like, I want to take our relationship to the next level. I want to try something new. And I'm like, next level? We're already married. Like, what is the next level? Like, so anyways, we end up in a Verizon store getting a family plan. The happiest moment of my life. And there's this like weird old lady. I hope you're watching. I know you know who you are. And she's there with her weird old husband, and they've got like a 3 or 4-year-old. John's like 5 or 6 weeks old. I'm holding him a little bit. She's holding him a little bit. He's in his little infant carrier a little bit. And she's like, he's super cute. Oh my gosh, look at all that hair. Look at those eyelashes. He's so cute, blah, blah, blah. But I know it's coming. I can see it in her face. I know there's an awkward question coming, and I don't mind. And then she goes, well, which one of you is the mom? And Lindsay's like, well, we both are. And she's like,
A lot of people don't accept that answer.
yeah, she's like, which one of you is a real mom? Like, she said it like she was just super annoyed. It was the first time I had to deal with this. And so I'm like, in my mind, what I'm saying is like, you nasty old lady. Like, you nasty, filthy old lady. Crawl back in whatever hole you came from. Worry about your own kid, who, by the way, is who's over here licking the windows and the carpet, and your husband, who's over here playing Snake on his 1998 brick Nokia. Instead, I think Lindsay saw the wheels a-turning up here, and she just took over and handled the situation with such grace, like she always does.
I try. Mom win.
Yeah.
Number two.
Number 2.
My favorite. Which one of you is the guy? So last I checked, we're both girls. Sorry to disappoint you.
That's kind of the point.
Yeah. So I would say it's 50-50. Like, we're not dudes, for one. We don't act like dudes. We share all the responsibilities and do everything, take care of the kids equally. And so, like, we don't dress like guys. We don't talk like guys. Like, we're just us. So there's no dude.
Yeah, I think people often think to, like, be in a lesbian relationship, one of you has to be, like, super masculine, like the butch type, and that's just not the case. While there are many lesbian relationships that look like that, it's definitely not a requirement. In the rule book of lesbian things, it's not in there. Pretty much the only rule is, it's 2 girls in the relationship. I think that's the only rule.
Basically.
Yeah, so neither one of us are the guy. That's the point.
Next.
Number 3. So we get asked a lot, are you going to celebrate Father's Day? Like, duh. Of course we're going to celebrate Father's Day.
We have dads.
I know there's probably a lot of people watching this too that in that pause, they're like, I don't know if they will or not. I don't know. So, like, I mean, I have a dad and a stepdad. Lindsay has a dad.
And I have a lot of important male figures in my life
Yeah.
as well. Like my brother, my uncles, cousins, people that have kids, which make them fathers. So of course we're going to celebrate Father's Day. And the kids, they might not have a father because of our family dynamic, but it doesn't mean we can't celebrate Father's Day and celebrate like their favorite uncle or grandpa or whoever they want to celebrate.
Yeah, and Lindsay and I have thought about this. Like, we waited to have kids until we had
Financially stable.
turned every stone over. There was no conversation that we didn't have before we were pregnant. What happens if we have a girl and there's a daddy-daughter dance? What happens if there's like a Donuts with Dad day at school? Like, what are we going to do? And really it just comes down to, don't be rude. Like, nobody asks a single mom or a widow what they're going to do. You know, people say like, oh, boys need their fathers. Like, first of all kids need their fathers. So if you're a father, don't be a dirtbag. Be there for your kids. Our kids don't have a father. They have 2 moms. That's the family that we've built. Nobody gives a single mom a hard time about not having a father, male figure in their kids' lives. Nobody gives a single dad a hard time about not having a mom figure in their kids' lives. So don't give us a hard time. Jeez. Where are your manners? But no, really, like, we did talk about it. And, like, you know, when it comes time for Abby to have her daddy-daughter dance.
Or get married.
Or get married or whatever. We actually just talked about, like, I wonder who Abby would want to walk her down the aisle, and like if she would want us to do it or if she would want a male to do it, and how sweet that would be if she wanted her little brother to do it. Little brother by 9 months, they're like the same age.
And 10 days. 9 months and 10 days apart.
Yeah, like these are things we have thought about, and you know, we didn't enter into motherhood lightly and without some serious thought and consideration for as many different scenarios as we could think about. Yes, Father's Day was one of them, and yes, we're going to celebrate the important fathers in our lives on Father's Day.
Shout out to my little cousin David. I love you.
You're awesome,
And
dude.
I'm hoping that one day when Abby has like a father-daughter dance or something like that, she would ask you to, take her and you guys can tear up the dance
You
floor
got those
together.
sweet moves.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Number 4? Are we number 4?
Yes.
Number 4. What's number 4?
I don't remember. But don't you want to have kids? Obviously, this was before we actually had kids. Of course I want to have kids. I was
Yeah.
like made to have kids. I'm super patient.
She is super patient.
No, I'm actually not. Super compassionate. No, not. I don't have that either.
Yes, you do.
To be honest, I don't
Stop.
really know why I thought I wanted to have kids. But
I just want little mini-me's running around because
she just wants to start building a soccer team. Yes. No, I always knew I wanted to be a mom. My mom is like just so great and amazing, and she did such a good job with us. And I just thought like if I grow up to be just like her, like I'll consider myself a success. So I always knew I wanted to be a mom. Who I date, who I marry, who I share my life with, doesn't change that.
True.
So it's 2018. Straight people having babies, like we call that like old fashioned now. There's like
Stupid.
you can literally like have an egg extracted, fertilize it outside of the body, implant it into anyone's body that has a welcoming, hospitable uterus, and make a baby. So one baby we made on our own through lots of money and Lindsay's wonderful, beautiful uterus. Money well spent.
Yeah, definitely well spent.
And then, another baby we adopted out of foster care. Gosh, there are so many babies, side note, PSA, that need your love and need a home. If you have the time and the love to give to another baby, man.
Do it. There's so many amazing kids out there that just need to be loved.
Yeah, for sure. And it costs nothing. Don't
Yeah.
let the adoption is super expensive misconception fool you. If you adopt from the foster care system, it costs nearly nothing. All it costs is
It's
your
a lot
time.
cheaper than us making John. We'll say
Way
that.
cheap. I think we
Way
paid $40.
for Abby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I had to pay for fingerprints. I think that was it, $40.
Yeah.
And a couple of night classes.
Oh yeah, night classes. That's
Yeah.
totally worth
Anyways.
it though.
So yeah, of course we want to have kids. There's so many ways to make a family. All you need is love.
Yeah, 2 people that. Well, not even 2 people.
Yeah.
You just need a person that loves.
All you need is
unconditionally.
to have love.
And have lots of patience. Holy. Have a lot of patience. Because not all of these kids come out perfect and they're in foster care because of a reason. So they have issues. That,
Some kind of trauma.
yeah.
So yeah. But it all starts with love. Families start with love. In any form, families start with love. And we had the desire and the love to give, and
We're financially stable and
of
have
course
a
we want to have
solid
family.
relationship. So
Yeah.
that's why we took on having Abby.
I think
as well.
the issue here is that there's some people that think that having children and being straight are mutually exclusive, and that's just not true. It's not the case.
Mm-hmm.
So, unfortunately for us, we have it a lot easier than like our male counterparts. We have 2 fully functioning uteruses.
You're the smart one.
I don't know. Anyways, I have a uterus. She has a uterus. And so it's a lot easier for us, fortunately. So,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. Of course we want to have kids. Come on.
Dugga.
Number 5. All right, so we're walking around somewhere, or this actually happened to me in the classroom. But we're walking around somewhere, and we're clearly a family so in love. Anyways, people are like, you can see it. They like, their eyes move. Pew, 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 back and forth between Lindsay and I. Pew, pew. The kids, Lindsay, I, the kids. Pew, pew. I can't. Pew, 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 pew. Kids, pew, pew. Mom, where's the dad? Kids, mom, dad, where's the dad? I need a dad, where's the dad? The kids, pew, pew, pew. And you can see the wheels turning, and they're like trying to put the puzzle together. And in their heteronormative brains, they have missing pieces, and they're like, something, I can't, I'm missing something, I can't. Pew, 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 pew. Kids, pew, pew. Mom, and it just doesn't mesh. Something just doesn't mesh, and you can tell it's coming, and it's like, here it comes. 3, 2, 1, boop. how did you guys,
Where do the babies come from?
yeah. So I just feel bad for these people. Like, gosh, your parents never had the birds and the beanstalk? Like, it takes an egg and a sperm in any event. No matter what, it takes an egg and not no matter what. The Virgin Mary. I forget. With her being the only exception, it takes an egg and a sperm to make a baby. And it's no different for us. So, yeah, an egg and a sperm. So we're like an open book, and we'll just tell people. So if you're wondering how
we made
this
John.
happened,
Yeah.
Lindsay's egg,
Literally had one egg.
A-
Just for the record.
turkey baster like medical instrument, and then a donor. And so we had this really cool party at our house. So we, like we said earlier, we planned everything.
Everything.
And so we called it a baby daddy party. And we invited about 50 of our best friends.
She made like baseball cards of all the donors. So I picked my top 5. We went online, went to a sperm bank, set up an account. I picked my top 5 favorite. She picked her top 5 favorite. Obviously, John was going to look like me anyways, so we picked guys that had her features: blonde, blue eyes, white.
Blanca.
Yeah. So we kind of get that mix, so whatever. But, so anyways, so we had the baby daddy party. She made baseball cards. It had their picture. It had, like, important information if there's any, like, medical issues that we should be concerned about, their education level, their hobbies, their...
What their parents did.
Yeah, everything.
Why they wanted to be a donor in the first place.
So it was a revolving slideshow, basically, and we made little ballots and had our friends vote on who they thought. Obviously, Kate, she had the last decision. I gave it to her, and I was like, hey, John's going to look like me anyways, so whichever one you want, we'll go with. So we had fun games, pin the sperm on the egg, and
sperm on the egg.
a cornhole with the I put the bean bags inside tube socks, and I drew little faces on them, and they were like little spermies into the hole.
Yeah, it was a good time.
It was awesome.
So that's how we picked our donor. And I did end up going with the consensus of the crowd. We picked the donor that no one else picked. And we bought the sperm.
Mm-hmm.
And then we went to the doctor twice. The first time it didn't work. Our timing was a little bit off. It was a little wonky. And then on Super Bowl Sunday, in February of 2016, when the Broncos won the Super Bowl, hashtag Peyton Manning, it worked. And so we went into the office, and our awesome nurse, Gwen, who we made a super awesome award for.
She did. It was awesome.
She did the procedure, and then we took it easy. We went over to our buddy's house, watched the Super Bowl over there, took it easy, and it worked. Question number 6. Who's the father? Yeah.
Kate gets...
This one bugs me.
She gets...
No, I don't get pissed. It's just, it bugs me. It's just, and I think most of the time people mean nothing by this, which is why I'm never going to jump down someone's throat. I might be thinking really mean things about you, but I'm not going to say them. Because I know 9 times out of 10, it's like good people who just don't, like, they're not accustomed to families that look like ours, and they're curious about it.
Yeah.
And the thing is, like, I would much rather you ask questions when you're curious than, like, hop in your car, drive away, and be like, I wonder how they made that baby. Like, why not let us teach you and, like, educate you on what our life looks like? If you're interested in learning, I'm interested in sharing. Like,
Word.
yeah, So, yeah, John and Abby, they don't have a father. Abigail has a biological father somewhere. We don't know anything about him.
Yeah.
John has a sperm donor, and again, Lindsay and I thought about every possible scenario, and we
Everything.
thought about the idea that one day John might want to reach out to his donor, his biological father, and make contact. And so we made sure that we paid even more money
Had that
for
option.
that possibility to be secured for him. So if when he's older, he wants to make that decision, he has the right to do that. If not, well, we threw away a little bit of money, but it's important to me that he has that choice if he wants it. So, the kids don't have a father. Father is someone that's involved in their life, supports them,
loves them,
has a relationship with them. Right. Our kids have 2 moms and just a wide variety of people, male and female, that love and adore them.
Yep.
But no father. Sorry to disappoint you.
Well, a lot of people are like, who's going to teach them, like, how to be, like, masculine or like, do manly stuff and all this other crap.
I don't think anybody ever asked single moms that. Or, like, single dads who have daughters, like, who's going to teach her how to be feminine? Like,
or do her hair or
like,
makeup.
why do I need to train my kid to be any type of way anyways? He can act however he wants. Abby can act however she wants, as long as they're not dirtbags.
But, yeah, shout out to all the single moms and dads out there. Like, dude, it's hard enough. Like, I think it's hard even with her here. Like, it's
because
hard
I do
raising
very
kids.
little. She's basically doing it on her own.
Anyways. But yeah, like, man, the struggle is real. It's hard being a parent, like, just in general, but let alone a single parent. So, shout out to all you single parents out there.
Yeah,
just
if you wouldn't ask a question to a single mom or single dad, don't ask it to your gay friends.
Yeah.
That's the rule of thumb. Also, don't worry about my kids. They got all kinds of wonderful men in their lives that model healthy relationships and everything for them. So, thanks for your concern. But our kids are going to be just fine. Number 7.
All right, so we get asked, since you guys are gay or lesbian, do you not like guys? Yeah. And do you, like, find guys attractive? Yes. Very much so. Like, we're not haters, but I would say I was an equal opportunist before we got married.
Not now.
Guys and girls. So I believed in equal opportunity. So whoever can make me happy, like, balls in your court. And a cute one, so.
I sure did. I hit the jackpot.
Stupid.
No, people kind of assume that if you're, like, a lesbian, it means that you hate men, and that's just not the case. I love men. I've got a lot of really, like, we're very fortunate to have some just really great men in our lives for support for us, and then also
for
as role models for our kids. And so, yeah, no, I don't hate men. There's no big event that happened that made me hate men, and now I'm gay, and it just didn't happen. Which kind of leads our way into number 8, that sometimes you'll have guys ask you, like, well, or kind of suggest that,
yes,
like,
yes.
they can turn you straight, well, because you just must not have been with the right guy, right? You just made me, like, if we did, like, a gay scale, like, if I was at, like Ellen, like, boop, like, down here by Ellen, pretty gay, right? You just bumped me, like, all the way over to, like, the large chick from Orange is the New Black. What's her name? You don't watch that show.
I don't watch it.
Anyways, gross. Like, first of all, just stop. Like, I tell Abby this. Like, Abby will ask to watch something over and over and over again. Or she'll ask for, like, milk over and over and over again. And I'm like, ask once, accept my answer, and move on. Like, I've made my decision. You have my answer. We don't have to go there.
Let it go.
Yeah.
Let it go.
If I was only, like, a little bit gay before, I'm, like, 100 times gayer now. I definitely don't want you. Like, gross. Gross.
Number 9. So I get asked this a lot when I'm working and I meet new people and they're like, oh, I didn't even know you're gay. Cool, you know? And so for me, I go into any job or any experience in life and I'm not really, like, flamboyant. Most people don't know I'm gay, which is totally fine, or not, like, whatever. I don't really care. But like, my thing is I like to show people who I am before they get that bit of information. I'm not trying to hide it, but I'm not trying to be like, hey, you know, I'm married to a girl, like, whatever, you know. But just get to know me as me. and for the person that I am and my work ethic. And then if I feel comfortable enough, I'll share that bit of information with you. And if we're still friends, awesome. If not, then I know you probably weren't a good person to be in my life anyway. So I don't know how it is with you.
I'm the same way. My take on it is like, I would never, I'm not in any way ashamed of my wife. Pff, smoke show. And or my kids. Like, my kids are adorable, perfect, wonderful human beings. My wife is amazing. Nothing about my personal life or my family is anything that brings me shame or that I feel like I need to conceal. With that being said, I want people to get to know me as, in whatever capacity I'm in. So as a friend, Kate, or as, Miss Roman, the science teacher, or whoever. Like, I want to be known as the science teacher that does fun stuff and works hard and cares about her kids. So I'm gonna work hard for you to know me that way, rather than coming in hot, being like super, making sure that people know I'm gay, going out of my way to make sure people know I'm gay. Like, I would rather be known as the hardworking, compassionate science teacher than just the gay one. Yep. So get to know. So I like for people to get to know me first, my work ethic, my personality, who I am, what's important to me, and then add on like, oh, and by the way, she's gay, because like that's just such a tiny part of who I am, and it has nothing to do with me professionally. Mm-hmm. And so like, I don't want you to miss what is important to me professionally because you get hung up on that. Caveat though, I did just have a job interview, and I made sure to bring up the fact that I was gay in the job interview. And it wasn't like, hey, I'm gay, if you have a problem with it, get over it. But it was like, oh yeah, my wife and kids, just in passing. Because unfortunately, like, I have experienced some pretty nasty discrimination firsthand. And my mistake was that they didn't find out I was gay until well into the school year. And then when they did find out, I started getting treated differently. And the kids were fantastic. The kids were wonderful and amazing. But it was the adults that gave me kind of a hard time. And it was a huge challenge. And so now I'm like, my mindset is like, if you don't want to hire me because I'm gay, I don't want you to hire me. I don't want to work for you. And so I'm going to give you that little bit of information. And if you still hire me, I know that that's not something I have to stress about. But if you don't, like, I know I probably dodged a bullet, honestly, because I don't want to go through that again. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, that sucked. If you're one of those people who I've known or I worked with for a long time or I went to school with and I didn't tell you, or I waited a long time to tell you, it's for that reason. Like, I want you to know me, and, it's not really anyone's business, but, that's just something like, I want you to form your assumptions of me, and I don't want to just be like your gay friend, or your gay classmate, or your gay teacher, or your gay whatever. I want you to know me for the things that I think are important about me.
We're all human. That's all.
Good looking out, boo. Gotcha. I could feel something hanging around there. Number 10. Aww. Are you worried about your kids being gay? Listen. Okay. I am worried about so many things about my kids, but being gay ain't one of them. No. There's nothing wrong with being gay, so why would I worry about it? But, like, in today's world, there's like a lot to worry about with your kids, like cyberbullying, and like, just, will they be loved? Like, will they be accepted, into society? Like, will they be productive? Will they be good people? I'm worried, honestly, like, my biggest fear is that my kids are going to be buttholes. I
always say, like, my kids could be the stupidest kids in the world, but by God, they will have manners and be respectful. That's like my biggest thing.
Yeah,
so
for sure. Like today, Abigail at the restaurant was like wanting more macaroni and cheese, and she was telling our server like, mac and cheese. I'm like, I'm glad that you're ordering, but you need to say please. And she did. She said please, and it's like the cutest little peas. I'm like, you want mac and cheese and peas? No, kidding. But yeah, I'm not worried about our kids being gay. Also, if you look at the science, the data, the statistics. Are your parents gay?
No. They're both straight.
And my parents aren't gay. Yet, here we are.
Yep.
Just saying.
Yep.
No, I'm not worried about my kids being gay. In
Me
fact,
neither.
I think that, like, if they're straight, like, I foresee a point in our future, like, at some point when our kids are in high school where Abby's like, Mom, I need you to sit down. There's something I need to tell you. I like guys. Like, she's gonna come out to us as straight.
That'd be so funny.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
I
I don't really care. As long as
Who
she's
cares?
happy and whoever she's with or John's with treats them with respect and dignity, I am A-okay with it.
But if you don't treat them with respect and you don't treat them with dignity, I'm gonna go Liam Neeson on you. I will find you. Real talk.
We got guns. Lots of them.
Hands all flapping around. Get you. Got my eyes on you. Oh, is it? Are you?
Are you gonna go?
I would.
You're gonna talk? Or am I gonna talk?
I don't.
Go ahead. I like
Well, thanks for watching our video. So, guys, if you have any questions, we realize that even though it is 2018, there aren't a lot of families that look like ours. I mean, there are a lot, but it's still not like necessarily the norm in our society. And so, like, you're curious about things you don't know. It's natural, and I get it. And I feel like the more people see how normal and just, well, maybe not normal, but I'm sitting here in a sloth suit. But the more people get to know us and just see what our life is like, we really just want to live and raise our
happy.
kids and to be good people and just leave the world a little bit better than we got it. And so the more that people understand where we're coming from, the more that there's just a mutual love and respect in the universe. And so if you have questions, ask, okay? I'm not going to be offended. I'm not going to bite your head off. I might silently judge you, but I won't let it out. If you have questions, drop them in the comments below or shoot us a private message. We might just respond to you or we might do a video about it. But
Another lesbianist.
yeah,
Part 2.
if you have questions, ask because I can see it all over your face. And
It's just burning inside.
yeah,
Just let it out.
Just let them out. There's no such thing as a dumb question.
I mean, sometimes.
There's dumb questions. But that's okay. Ask your dumb questions. Ask your good questions. Ask whatever questions you have. You can't learn without knowledge, and you can't get knowledge without asking questions and experiencing. And if you don't have gay friends with awesome, wonderful kids and a wonderful family dynamic to learn from and to interact with, then how are you supposed to know? So ask away. We're like a book that is open.
Her hand. Alright guys, it's been real. Thank you for watching, subscribing, liking, and please share with your friends. Till next time, we'll see you guys. Bye. She's so special. So special.
Bye.
It's so hard to take you seriously. I can't take you seriously. You're wearing a sloth outfit right now. And you see your belly. Oh, shh. Get out of here. Stop.